Twitter flagging yet another tweet from President Trump. Twitter safety saying they've placed a public interest notice on a tweet for violating its policy against abusive behavior, specifically the presence of a threat of harm against an identifiable group. President Trump tweeted, "There will never be an autonomous zone in Washington, D.C. as long as I'm your president. If they try, they will be met with serious force." Now, this is, by our count, the third instance of Twitter labeling the president's tweets as potentially problematic. One of the labels on May 29th applied to a two-tweet thread. Plus, there was a tweet from the White House that was a replica of one of the president's tweets. So we see Twitter shares down nearly 2%. This has been an ongoing debate about whether to flag tweets, how to do it, and what's appropriate. Guys, back over to you.
I mean, it's interesting, Julia. Is this really clearly an outright threat of violence or force? I'm not sure that it is. And if you're kind of dancing around when you're really going to provoke the president, the number one person it causes controversy when you come to this issue, I mean, you perhaps want to see a more stark violation of their terms and conditions and their principles.
Well, remember, it was a very similar comment that the president made on Facebook about how he was going to bring force to protesters that drew so much controversy. And Mark Zuckerberg said he was not going to pull down the president's post on Facebook, but there was a conversation about whether Facebook would change its policy and start to flag them. I think the thing here is, Wilf, they're not actually censoring this tweet. They're not pulling it down. They're just putting a warning label on it saying, in general, we don't think you should be able to threaten the use of force on our platform. So they could certainly be a little bit more dramatic if they wanted to, and they could censor it entirely. But they're saying, we want you to be able to see that the president wrote this. We just want to be able to put it in context and say we don't like this kind of threat on our platform.